Happy summer, everyone. It's officially the first day of summer. Today is the longest day of the year, the summer solstice, and I can't think of a better way to spend it than in the garden. Here we have a new variety we're trying this year. This is the Pomodoro Chioro Antico di Acque Terme, something like that. Italian variety, of course. You can tell just by the way it's growing, it's going to be a heart-shaped fruit, ox heart tomatoes, but we got a few lower branches here that I want to clean up, and I thought it'd be a good opportunity to prune some of the other plants as well and show you my pruning process, my strategy. There's a lot of different things you see online between single stemming, double leader, triple leader, letting them go completely crazy. So I'll show you my technique, and you can decide what works best for you. So as you can see here, I've got 3 main leaders right now. There's a split down here and then a split again up here, and this is where I'm going to leave this plant. Anything more than 3 liters, in my opinion, is when they get a little bit messy, harder to maintain. This way they'll maximize fruit production and just be healthier, a little bit more airflow through the plants, less foliage. Some people like to single stem it. I disagree with that method unless you're growing really close together in a greenhouse. But in a garden space like this, you're just limiting your harvest because each one of these leaders will produce fruit. So the more leaders you have, the more fruit to a certain extent. There's a point where it gets a little bit too messy, like I was saying. So I like to keep it at 2 or 3, depending on spacing. But for this plant here, you can see it's very healthy at 3. And now we're just going to take care of some of these lower branches. So I like to remove anything that's kind of creeping close to the soil. Just helps prevent disease, as well as any branches that are a little bit crowded. So these 2 right here are perfect candidates to come off. So we're going to go ahead and just snip these off here. And like I said, I've already got all the leaders I want, so any suckers at this point are just going to come off as well. Now the plant's going to get plenty of airflow, doesn't have any foliage near the soil, so nothing can splash up, and it looks very healthy. Same idea when we're looking at this plant here. We can see some lower foliage. This doesn't necessarily need to come off today, but eventually it will, and I'd rather do it now while the plant is still relatively small, and that way we can just go in there, snip that off, and now this plant's got plenty of airflow. You can see it's starting to fruit nicely. Again, this one is a triple leader as well, so we just got to be on top of it now for any suckers that need to come off. And I could already see it's splitting again here, so we're just going to get ahead of the game here and cut off a few of these suckers. Here we have a beautiful potato leaf variety. This plant's doing really well, and again we're going to just take off a couple of these lower branches here. This one I've left to just a double leader, as it's planted a little closer together, so we're going to try to keep it at that for now. And this is a perfect example of just overcrowding. This branch here is kind of close to this leader, doesn't necessarily need to be there, so we're just going to go ahead and snip that off. Now we got some better airflow. I can tie this right to the stake here, and the plant will do better because of it. Take a look at this tomato plant. This plant is absolutely beautiful. This is the Oxycon pink. It's got a nice silvery foliage, which is really interesting, but yeah, I'm really happy with how this plant's looking. It's setting on a lot of fruit, and it's looking really great. So we're just going to clean it up a little bit. Like I was saying, there's a lower branch here that doesn't need to be there, as well as this one at the back, but this one's a little higher up, and I'm not sure I'm going to take it off just yet, but eventually I probably will as it gets closer to the purple calabash right beside it here. Here's the compost pile again. This is a really great way to see how the layering works. You can see we have our brown material, which is our leaves, mixed in with some greens, which is our grass clippings, more browns, and then some fresh tomato cuttings to top it all off. So this is going to get pretty warm soon, and we'll be able to turn it, but this is the secret to a great organic garden. It starts with great compost, super easy to make, anybody can do it, and it's free. All in all, I'm very happy with how everything's growing so far this year. As we officially start summer, I'm hopeful that this will be our best gardening season yet. So make sure you stick around for the journey, and thanks so much for watching, everyone. Enjoy the start of summer.